an operation we conducted on the 3rd of August. Police in Kabalagala, together with an organization called Women and Equal Opportunities. This organization is based in Moroto Diocese. Conducted an operation to take off street children from the streets in Kabalagala. These children were found begging on the streets, begging from people, begging from other people in the move, for instance, cars in traffic jam, and a total of 22 were arrested. Out of the 22, 19 were below the age of 12, and the other 3 who were above the age of 12, one being one of 25 years. Now, all these children were brought in by the 3 perpetrators that were arrested. One being of 25 years, that is Lotiang Anna, the 25-year-old, who masterminded this move. These children were picked from Napak district in Karamoja sub-region. However, the movements were done in such a way that they had to evade or to make sure they skip roadblocks. Remember, we have roadblocks in Karamoja that keep on checking every car if they have children in it, and then they question. However, the movements were done by use of taxis, and the taxis would stop before the roadblocks. At that point, Lotiang Anna and others would use motorcycles, use other remote routes, and then find their way ahead where the taxis would meet them, and they continue with the journey up to Soroti City. And from Soroti City, they would change the means. Some would get on their buses or other taxis to head to Kampala here, where they were found. Therefore, these children moved in this manner. However, as I've always told you, the children were picked from their parents by this Anna lady under the pretext of taking them to school, as one of the things we've talked about here. Some of them were actually being taken to work, and their parents were aware that they have taken their children to work. However, it's so saddening that most of the children were actually below 4 years and 8 years, and they were being brought to work. This kind of work, majorly street begging, and some who would end up in homes to look after children as house girls were also lined up. So we expect the perpetrators to appear in court very soon, and this, I come back to call upon the country, to call upon the people, that let's look out, let's be vigilant. And this call also goes to our road traffic officers. Even as we deliberate on the roads, we need to also pay attention to the taxis that are carrying people, and especially where there are children. At least let's pick interest and question whoever is moving with these children. And this will help us to combat this vice of human trafficking. As I mentioned earlier on, Anna is yet to be charged with aggravated trafficking in children, an offense that is provided for in the Act, Prevention of Trafficking in Persons Act, and this happened in a syndicate. She worked with a few other people. Therefore, all the people that will be lined up will be charged with the same, whose punishment, especially for children, tantamounts to probably death. It should be noted that even in this group, Anna was working with some juveniles who are below 18. Therefore, this does not exempt the children who are playing part. But for the children, they will definitely be charged as juveniles. But this brings to our attention the fact that even children can be trained into trafficking fellow children. So even as we speak to our children and their friends, we need to pay attention to the fact that their friends can be used against their will, probably, to use them or to enable the trafficker to achieve what they need to achieve, especially trafficking the children. So we call upon parents again, especially our parents in Karamoja, that let's not give up our children to people when we are not sure of where they are going and what they are going to do. And we would like to appreciate our organization there, Women and Equal Opportunities in Moroto Diocese, for this tip-off and the collaboration with Uganda Police for conducting this operation.